We're all going to die, but some of us will do it better with more peace of mind. Here you'll learn 3 things to say before you die so you can be one of those people that has the better experience. And I'll share a great book with you that can guide you along the way. Yes, we're all going to die, and no, we don't usually sit around and think about it. But when it does come up, most people have this vague kind of idea of wanting to live in this healthy, happy way and then suddenly fall off a cliff and be dead. Not dragging it out in an unhealthy, unhappy kind of way. But it isn't usually that simple. There is usually a time when your health gets worse or somehow your functioning decreases, and you have to deal with that along the way. You could just choose to ignore it, like most of us do, or you could choose to be more intentional about the process so that your life and death can have better quality and meaning. Let's talk about what to say so your experience is better. First thing to say, talk to people about what they should know about you to make your end of life better. How could it be more comfortable, more tailored to what you would prefer? Now, you could write a little essay. Here's my favorite colors, and here's the music I like most, and please feed me this kind of food. Those would be great things, but it's more likely than not that you'll forget some important details. Things that you'd never think about to add that could really level up your sense of comfort and happiness. That's where the book comes in. It's called Things to Remember Before I Forget by Nikki and Jenna Tucker. It systematically goes through several different areas of what you should tell your loved ones about your preferences, your life, your experience, and it gives you a convenient and organized space to write it all down. Yes, it has a list of basic preferences. What you like to eat, your favorite indulgences like a glass of wine at night, favorite animals or music or hobbies or interests. But it goes way deeper. What smells do you love or do you hate? Are there textures or fabrics that make you smile or drive you nuts? Do you love bare feet or you can't stand to be at home with a pair of socks or some slippers? I am definitely the bare feet kind of girl. Then it gets into your personality and emotions. What makes you laugh? What irritates you to no end? What stresses you out? One of my awesome friends can't stand the sound of people chewing their food, and people chewing on ice drives him nuts. What if he was next to the world's loudest super chewer day after day? Poor guy. Have you heard of the love languages? This book helps you figure out how people can best show you love. It also goes through your daily routine. What things do you do or do you avoid? When do you do them? It isn't as easy as saying, oh, I'm a night owl, or I'm such a morning person. There are specifics that we want people to know. It also gives space for important medical information and all these other things that help people give you great care. And it breaks down your final days and what those might look like in a perfect world, or maybe even in a less perfect world. Now that we have the rundown of who you are as a person and what you care about, we come to the second thing to tell people. Talk to people about the concept of your legacy. Now, that sounds pretty grand. I don't personally vibe with the idea of my legacy. It feels really big and awe-inspiring, kind of like the restaurants that are fancy and have too much silverware. I'm kind of the brew pub kind of girl. But it does capture the idea that your life is meaningful. Every life is meaningful. And having a story of your life captures that meaning in a short but really powerful way. I particularly like the best memory sections, where you can capture the memories that were most important to you in your life. In my opinion, they don't even have to be positive things that happened to you, but things that were so important they shaped who you are as a person. It dives into your achievements, your regrets, and what you'll miss most of all. When I think of my sweet daddy and what he'll miss most of all, and the fact that I don't know that, it makes me miss him even more. This brings us to the last thing to say to people. It's about knowing people. In this age of isolation and in the pandemic of loneliness that people are experiencing, being alone and feeling disconnected is like an invisible broken leg. This entire book gives you a roadmap to conversations. Conversations about things that you would likely never say, either because it's just too awkward to bring it up out of the blue, or because you just don't think about it. It's really the biggest gift of all, to connect with people while we still can, rather than wish we had when it's too late. Talk to people about these important issues. The book gives you a framework to do it. I found this book to be helpful to so many of my patients, but it's also been really helpful to me. I'll put a link to it below. I'll also put links to other things that can help you connect and be part of our community. One of those is my website, where I share more brain and healthy living and caregiving ideas. We're building a community of people to feel connected in our aging journey together. You can Google This Beautiful Brain or use the link in the description below. Can't wait to see you there. Bye.